Hey guys, it certainly is a challenge trying to keep our RVs from showing their age year after year, especially when they sit outside all the time. And you end up with things like black streaking and peeling up decals and things like that. And just is one more thing that we have to deal with as RVers. And that's why I use an RV cover like this to keep the RV protected, especially when I'm not using it for periods of time. And that tends to really make a big difference in combating those things. But working with a large RV cover like this can certainly be cumbersome and hard to deal with. It's just this huge piece of fabric that you kind of have to manhandle around, and you got to figure out how to store it. I've come up with a couple of tips that hopefully will make it a little easier for you, and it's certainly made it easier for me to deal with a large RV cover like this. So the first thing I would suggest is that when you put your RV cover on, especially if it's going to be for a longer period of time, give it a good wash first. You don't want to cover up a dirty RV and then uncover it later and then it's still dirty. It's really kind of like opening up a brand new present. You want to uncover your RV and it's ready to go, all shiny and new. So that's my first recommendation. The first step usually in getting your RV cover on your RV is to get it up on the roof. And that can be a challenge for a lot of folks, especially if you have physical limitations or if you're just physically not able to manhandle it up on the roof. So what I've started to do, instead of taking the whole cover up on the roof first in its container, is to simply unwrap it on the ground and lay it out next to the RV, and then I take one of the long straps that come with the RV cover to tie it down and hook it to one side, one of the clips on the side of the RV cover. And then from there, once I have it all laid out, I can simply grab the end of that long strap and walk it up the back ladder of my RV and then pull up the RV cover slowly, one chunk at a time, until I get it all up onto the roof of the RV. And it's not that heavy that way, and then once it's up there you can simply just flop down the sides and it's just about ready to button up. Now when I get ready to remove the RV cover, I simply just do the same in reverse. So I unclip the clip from that strap, and then I'll unzip a couple zippers and then go up on top of the RV and then just kind of do it in reverse and slowly lower the RV cover back down to the ground. And I use those straps to kind of help me kind of ease it down onto the ground. Now when you're putting it on or taking it off, just make sure that there's no sharp edges that it's going to catch on, so just kind of take it slow and be careful. But when you're done, you've got your RV cover laying on the ground right where it started. Now, one of the most difficult and frustrating parts of taking care of an RV cover is how to store it. Because when you get the cover for the first time, it's packed perfectly in this little sack, and you say, oh, I'm gonna use it when I'm done. I can just roll it up and stuff it back in the sack, fold it up nicely. And what I found is that once you've taken it out the first time, it is really, really difficult to usually get it back into the same container. I mean, even if you use a larger sack, you find some sort of bag to put it in, it's still a challenge. So what I've done to kind of simplify that process is this. Now I went down to the store and I just picked up an inexpensive, large plastic garbage can with wheels on it. That's an important part, with wheels on it. So, it's large enough that you can just stuff the RV cover in and don't have to worry about the bags that came with it. And it's probably about twice the size of the bag. And then once you're done, you just put the lid on and you can just roll it away, or store it out where your RV goes, because it has a lid on it that's waterproof, so you don't have to keep dragging it back and forth to wherever you keep it. But I found that to work the best. Well, I hope you guys found these tips helpful, and if you have suggestions of your own or tips that you've picked up along the way about how to deal with these large RV covers, I'd love it if you share it in the comments below for the rest of us. And if you're new, subscribe, and if you're in the market for a large RV cover like this, I've picked this one up from EmpireCovers.com. Actually, they sent it to me a couple years ago to review, and it's worked out really well. I've used it for a couple years now, and I'm going to continue using it. It's really been good for me. But thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see you next time in the next video. Take care.